So taking your hand, placing it in front of and behind your ear on both sides, and we're going to just begin drawing circles. You can choose whichever direction you like, allowing your fingers to go over the ear, kind of pulling on and tugging the earlobe just slightly here. So circles where you're truly going over your whole ear. So circular motions. Just a few more times. Really dragging. We're going to begin shifting now where we're coming up towards the temples. Now I want you to imagine the skin, all the actual tissue that's on top of your head. Oftentimes when we have like pent-up stress and unprocessed emotions and trauma, there's areas on the skull where it kind of cements there, where it gets real stiff. And so as we're moving from just above the ears and by the temples, we'll continue to move upward towards the top and then the back of the skull. It's really important that you're moving the entire tissue together to try to loosen it from like gripping to the skull. The more fluid it is up here, the better it is for not only, headaches and tension, but also even for the ways that we age. And so it's really good to get all of this tissue nice and loose. So we're going to start, like I said, just above the ears, by the temples, circular motions, trying to get the tissue to loosen up. And if you notice any areas where it's extra stuck, feel free to spend a little more time there. So we're going to just create a circular motion, lift the fingers, move them, replace them, create some more circular motions. And you can begin to use your whole palm here. So not just your fingers, using the strength of your hands to move this tissue around. And you can even begin to create a complementary movement where you can feel the tissues moving. Just have it feel really good. This is a deep massage for your fascia. Coming towards the front when you're ready, towards the temples, really paying attention to this area. It's another area where we tend to store a lot of stress. And so you may notice knots where it's more achy. If you notice a knot, if you notice some tension build up, like when you drag your finger over it, you may notice it like moves, like there's a real knot there. So you just press over it, slide over it, to start to just break up some of that tension. So focusing on the areas where there's more achiness, applying enough pressure where you're creating some dull achiness, but not too much where you're wincing or in actual pain. Just learning about your body, your own levels of tolerance, being compassionate and kind and mindful. And when you're ready, moving from the temples towards the back of the skull. And the skull has it's almost like a cliff, where the back of the head, there's a dip. Right in that dip, there's a lot a lot of tension that's usually stored there as well. So I want you to pay extra attention there, really trying to loosen that tissue from gripping to the skull. Working it side to side, using circular motions. I know we're using our arms a lot. We're almost done. Another wonderful way to really access back there is if you take your palm and you create a gripping. You slide over this area of the skull, just at the base where it dips, and it's like the back of your neck, right where it meets up into the skull. So gripping over, sliding over. You can kind of pinch the tissue and move it side to side a little bit, or up and down, or circles, just moving it around. Exploring, taking turns with your hands so that you can give your shoulders a little bit of a break. We're almost done with this kind of the work, so it's a little bit longer. You're doing so good. Your body is going to thank you so much later. Very good. All right, so we're going to do some very gentle to finish this off, coming up towards the ears, slowly, gently dragging the fingertips down towards the collarbone and upper chest, and pausing. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Dropping the shoulders down and back. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good.